The Gitrog Monster versus Omnath Locus of Rage. And speaking of Omnath, I've been trying to play Omnath Locus of the Royal tonight and have been having horrendous luck getting into lands, and now switched to this deck and it is no exception. That's mulligan. Yeah, the Modo Shuffler, there is definitely something up with it. There's no way this kind of stuff happens in paper. Get straight back into Temple of the False God and Cabal Coffers. So we're going to have to go again. Alright, this time we get into some different lands. I think we can make use of that Lotus Cobra. Let's get rid of Raven's Crime and the Reliquary Tower. We'll drop the Forest and go in for a Lotus Cobra on turn 2. Our opponent's kept a full grip, by the way, so I very much feel as though we are not going to do well here. They start things off with a tap land. Croson Grip for us. Let's go Lotus Cobra now. And we can actually go for our commander next turn. I really don't like going for the Gitrog Monster whilst we only have a few lands in play, because I have actually had to sacrifice all my lands to Gitrog Monster before, all 2 or 3 of them, only to draw into no lands. So it does hurt sometimes. Let's go Wooded Foothills. Obviously going to generate some mana with Lotus Cobra. We'll make black there. Then crack this for a Bayou. Then make green. And we'll try our luck with a Gitrog Monster. Might as well swing in with Lotus Cobra. This thing is a 0-1 with no power. But this tells us that this might be some kind of Enchantress build by our opponent, not the typical Omnath Locus of Rage build. They now have a tech edge that they can't use, thankfully. All followed by Mana Crypt. So going for Perforos. God Tribal, maybe? There's only so many gods they can fit in that deck. Alright. I think we go for the tech edge here, to be honest. Let's go for Croson Grip. In response, we'll knock our opponent down some mana, and then we'll sacrifice the tech edge and hope that we draw into a land. Oh, there's Ancient Tomb. That might have been what I went for crop rotation on. Genesis Wave, we are nowhere close to. Do we want to go for crop rotation is the question. We'll generate green there. Yeah, we'll just save the Reclamation Sage. We'll swing in with our commander. You never know, our opponent might have been slowed down there by a considerable amount, getting rid of the Mana Crypt. They can only take 3 more hits with this. They'll go down to commander damage. Okay, 3 visits. That's exactly what I could do with. And the problem is, if we drop another land, they can get rid of our black mana. I think we have to get rid of a forest here. Okay, we get into black and an Oracle of Muldiah, so let's try our luck with Oracle of Muldiah. See if we've got another land on top. We do not. We've got Courser of Crufix. So let's hold up crop rotation. And we'll just swing in with our stuff again. Now going for Hum of Radix, don't know how you say that. Each artifact spell costs 1 more to cast. Yeah, I mean, we don't have any artifacts, do we? So we don't care about that. Does draw our opponent a card with the Argothian Enchantress. And their Tectonic Edge is now switched on again because they've drawn into a land. Now we need to start ramping with Oracle. So we'll sack the swamp. That'll draw us into the Courser of Crufix. Yeah, see, this is why I don't go for early turns with the Gitrog Monster, because this has happened to me plenty of times. Let's go for Wood Elves into a land. This will shuffle our library. we'll just drop a forest and get into a Green Warden of Marasa. Alright, let's shuffle up again. I'm going to go for this crop rotation here. And yet again, not another land on top. We've got plenty of lands in the deck, but this just happens with Gitrog Monster for some reason. We'll put a fetch land into play so that we can... let's have a look. Yeah, we'll go for a fetch land, I think. Where is it? Verdant Catacombs. Just in case we get into Raminap or Crucible. And again, no land on top. We've got 38 lands in this deck. Should probably push it up to closer to 40. Let's go... Yeah, we'll go green on that. Then we'll crack this and shuffle our library yet again. Still no land on top after the Verdant Catacombs triggers, but we haven't shuffled yet. We'll drop a forest, and still no land on top, so this is just proving my point tenfold here. We'll get down the Reclamation Sage in case we need to go into Mana Crypt or Sol Ring or something, get rid of that. Then we are continuing to swing in with everything. And now deciding to block the Argothian, or block with the Argothian Enchantress. 5 cards in our opponent's hand, they go down to 8 life, so they need something here. They go for Hour of Devastation, which leaves our Gitrog in play. But now we don't have Oracle of Muldiah. So let's get rid of that forest. Draw into the Realms Uncharted. That gets us into lands actually, doesn't it? So we'll swing in first of all. At least our opponent hasn't been able to use Tech Edge this game. Then we'll just go for this on our turn because we'll end up with 2 lands. We'll go Windswept Teeth, Misty Rainforest. I'm just going to fill my hand with... yeah, we'll go for as many green sources as we can. As many green fetches, that is. And we don't actually have that many more, do we? There's a Marsh Flats. And we'll just grab Urborg as well. So there we are, 3 fetches and an Urborg. They can keep us off of green mana here by going for Marsh Flats and Urborg. Oh no, we can go for the Overgrown Tomb with any of those fetches, can't we? So yeah, can still get into green mana here. They should give us a fetch and an Urborg for... Yeah, they've given us a fetch and an Urborg so that we see less lands die. So let's play this and crack it. Draw into a card with Gitrog, and there we go, getting into a land finally. Nothing else for us to do this turn, so let's go Overgrown Tomb. Play that in tapped, and we'll play the Swamp so that we can sack that next turn. Our opponent's obviously down to 2 life, so we'll see if they can do anything here. They've got 4, 5, 6, 7, and that is their commander. Oh no, it's not, it's a Khan Liberated. So that is an issue for us. But at least we don't have to sacrifice lands now, so our opponent might have actually done us a favour there. Okay, this is -3, yeah, so they can go for the -3 on that again. I think we should go Green Warden of Marasa. What do we grab? Maybe just Oracle of Muldiah again? Yeah, let's go Green Warden of Marasa here. Oh, we need to play a land first. Our opponent almost has to exile the Green Warden of Marasa because otherwise we swing in next turn, although they might just count on chumping it with the commander that they bring in. Let's go for the Oracle again. So yes there, and our opponent's got every chance of winning this one because we've been stuck on lands for so long. There is Nissa, Vital Force, that is the last card we want to see. And then animating the Thespian Stage, let's see if they tick up the Khan or minus it down. Going for Tech Edge, getting rid of our Ancient Tomb. So that takes us off of a lot of mana, and then going for the plus, so if we get into... this is too big a creature. If we could get rid of that, we'd have our opponent here. Let's get rid of Vorinclex, it's not going to do anything for us. We just have to keep our fingers crossed for spot removal here. Getting rid of that Thespian stage wins us the game. Yeah, I think that does it, because that blows up a land, doesn't it? Yeah, and thanks to Urborg we can tap the Terramorphic Expanse, so yeah, I think that does it. So we go Acidic Slime, get that thing out of the way because it's still a land, and then we can swing in for the victory here. Our opponent counted on us not getting that land out of the way. They could have gotten rid of our creature with the Khan, but decided to tick up. And that was the end of them. So a very, very weird game. You saw how unlucky we were there by not being able to get into lands with the Oracle of Muldiah. I actually cut Oracle of Muldiah from some of my decks a long time ago because I just couldn't get into lands off the top with it. And then whenever my opponent would play Oracle of Muldiah, they would always get a stream of lands off the top. It's just one of those weird things. But I think it's time to restart Magic Online and see if that shuffler does anything for us, anything different. Anyway, hopefully you all enjoyed that very strange game anyway. I'm tribalkai on the EDH channel. Thank you for watching.